We don't want to be out of step with heaven and history. We're here because there was a political coup in heaven. Ever since, there's been a warring of two kingdoms, and it works itself out in the physical reality of nations and kings and citizens. And if you're sitting here thinking, this is strange to my ears to hear a preacher talk from the pulpit about politics, it's because you're out of step with our rich history as a nation. One of the things that America gave to the world was, I think, one of the most God-honoring biblical forms of government that acknowledged God as creator, that acknowledged God as the one who gives intrinsic rights to men, and then government as the one that is designed to protect those rights. We gave something to the world never before seen, a unique experiment in liberty and freedom anchored in the Judeo-Christian worldview coming from God's word, and we're losing it because we've assumed it. There is a fake news, false narrative, propaganda-driven storyline that says we're not a Christian nation, which I don't think presently we are, but that we're never founded as a Christian nation, so as to get us to forget our heritage. And if Satan can separate us from our heritage, we have to create a new identity in our own image. When the facts of the matter are, the heritage that we have as a nation is deeply and intrinsically Christian. If you're sitting here thinking this is a strange sermon foreign to your ears, it's simply because you're living in an era in America when we've forgotten our history. If you go back and look at colonial America before 1776, before we united as these United States, up and down the colonial East Coast, pulpits were thundering with intelligent, thought-through sermons shaping how people think about church and state, Jesus and politics. The irony is today, we say, don't talk about Jesus and politics lest you get into conflict, when all the pulpits of colonial America was saying, unless we talk about Jesus and politics, we're going to get into conflict. Reams and reams and reams and reams of sermons thundering from the pulpits of America from some of the finest theologians the world has known, unpacking the nature of church and state and Jesus and politics and governments in relationship to God. And for some reason, we've gone silent on that in our churches today. And the question you need to ask yourself is America as a nation better for it or worse off? The evidence is overwhelming. When the church goes silent, nations lose their mind, cities burn, and everyone suffers. It's time for the Church of Jesus Christ to find her voice again. Hey everybody, Pastor Josh here. If you enjoyed that clip, you can check out the full sermon right here.